It is said, "You're what you eat." Diet greatly impacts your brain and health. You might have heard these slogans. But is it really the case? Well, new research confirms that what you eat can significantly impact your brain health. By adding the right foods and avoiding others, you can protect yourself from memory decline, shield your brain from disease, and unlock its full potential. But the question here is, what are those foods? Dr. Sanjay Gupta, a well-known neurosurgeon, medical reporter, and writer, has answered this question. He emphasizes the importance of a healthy diet for brain health and memory. By using his groundbreaking research and knowledge, we are going to reveal the shocking truth about how diet can affect your memory. Are you ready to discover the truth about the foods you eat every day? You won't believe the surprising findings we have for you.
That's what I learned. How to address problems such as tumors and blood collections on top of the brain, things like that. I think it was really over the last 20 years now, especially as a journalist, where I started to do these deeper investigations and to sort of look at the brain in a different way, not just treatment of disease, but optimization of brain.
Before we get deeper into the details, let's see the general impact of food on our health. Everything in our bodies, including our emotions, thoughts, memories, and heartbeat, is controlled by the brain. It may also be preserved stronger, sharper, and wiser with a suitable diet. Our longevity is also greatly influenced by our diet. The National Institute on Aging claims that diet has an impact on oxidative stress and inflammation, two factors linked to neurodegenerative illnesses like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Many doctors have given their lives to serve in this regard. Dr. Sanjay Gupta is one of them. Born on October 23, 1969 in Novi, Michigan, Dr. Sanjay Gupta is a renowned American neurosurgeon and the chief medical correspondent for CNN. He's widely recognized for his engaging health reports and appearances on several CNN programs, including American Morning and House Call with Dr. Sanjay Gupta, where he served as host. He loves to talk about brain health, and he always emphasizes the importance of a healthy diet for the brain. And he said, "Over the years, I've developed an easy-to-follow eating plan that works for me, even when I'm traveling. It does take some planning and dedication, but you can do it too. This might mean learning new ways to grocery shop and choosing the freshest, healthiest options that fit your budget. Take a look around your kitchen, reassess what's in your fridge and pantry, and make room for foods that support your brain health." He also wrote books in this regard. So let's get into the details to learn more about the impacts of food on our brains. The first thing on our list is sugar.
New research coming out of some of America's most respected institutions is starting to find that sugar, the way many people are eating it today, is a toxin. And it turns out, sugar has become a major focus in cancer research too.
Sugary drinks like soda, energy drinks, and even fruit juice can do more than just expand your waistline and increase your risk of diabetes and heart disease, and they also take a serious toll on your brain. Research shows that too much sugar raises the risk of developing Alzheimer's and dementia, even if you don't have diabetes. High fructose corn syrup, a common ingredient in these drinks, can lead to obesity and metabolic issues that damage brain function, memory, and learning ability. Cutting back on sugary drinks could be a key step to protecting your brain. Processed foods are the biggest enemies of your brain's health.
And resist the temptation of processed fatty, sugary, and salty foods.
He talks about your brain on processed foods. And he does this interesting comparison between alcohol, tobacco, and drugs versus an addiction to cheeseburger, fries, or ice cream.
High processed foods are loaded with sugar, bad fats, and salt, such as chips, instant noodles, and prepared meals. They are poor in nutrients and high in calories, but they also cause weight gain, which is detrimental to the health of your brain. Research indicates that a diet heavy in processed foods and elevated visceral fat are associated with damage to brain tissue and an increased risk of Alzheimer's. In studies on animals, meals heavy in fat and sugar hampered learning and even interfered with the blood-brain barrier, one of the brain's most important defenses. The Mediterranean diet has also been shown to reduce the risk of cognitive decline. To protect your brain, focus on fresh, whole foods like fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. Foods high in trans fats can also cause brain illness.
There are saturated fats. We think of those as the animal fats, and then there are unsaturated fats, more the vegetable oils. Saturated fats have long thought to be bad for you, and part of the thinking behind the saturated fats being bad for you sort of created these artificial trans fats. The industry said, look, okay, we won't use saturated fats anymore. We'll start to use these sort of partially saturated, if you will, fats. And those are the trans fats. They've been around for a long time. And it was interesting. It was sort of why people started using margarine, for example, instead of butter.
Trans fats, particularly the artificial ones found in products like margarine, frosting, and snack foods, can have a damaging effect on your brain. While small amounts of trans fats naturally occur in animal products, the real concern is with industrially produced trans fats or hydrogenated oils. Research shows that people who consume more trans fats are at a higher risk for Alzheimer's, memory loss, and cognitive decline. Though some studies are mixed, it's clear that trans fats should be avoided not only for brain health, but for overall well-being, including heart health. On the flip side, healthy fats like omega-3s found in foods like fish, flax seeds, and walnuts are known to support brain function and protect against cognitive decline, especially as we age. Excessive refined carbs can also damage your brain.
Your body doesn't actually need carbohydrates.
Refined carbs have a major effect on brain function. Examples include sweets and highly processed grains like white flour. Due to their quick digestion and thus high glycemic index, these carbohydrates typically cause sharp rises in insulin and blood sugar levels. They also result in a high glycemic load when ingested in big quantities. GL is a measurement of how much a food elevates blood sugar depending on the serving size. Studies reveal that a single meal high in glycemic load might cause memory impairment in both adults and children. Furthermore, a study discovered that college students' memory was worse when they consumed more fat. This effect might be related to inflammation in the hippocampus, an important part of the brain that controls appetite and memory. High GI meals are known to cause chronic inflammation, which is recognized to be a risk factor for neurodegenerative illnesses like dementia and Alzheimer's. On the other hand, healthier, lower GI carbohydrates such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains can support better brain health.
The World Health Organization has different categories for carcinogens. There's a category of actual carcinogens, things we know cause cancer, probable carcinogens.
A common artificial sweetener in many sugar-free products, aspartame is a popular choice among those who are seeking to control their diabetes or lose weight. But there are worries about how it affects the brain. Methanol, aspartic acid, and phenylalanine combine to form aspartame. The blood-brain barrier can be crossed by phenylalanine, which may interfere with the generation of neurotransmitters. Furthermore, aspartame might function as a chemical stressor, making the brain more susceptible to oxidative stress. According to some research, consuming too much aspartame may harm emotions and learning. For instance, after taking 11 milligrams of aspartame per pound of body weight every day for 8 days, the subjects showed worse performance on mental tests and greater irritation and despair. Even yet, aspartame is generally regarded as safe as long as it is taken in moderation, up to 18 to 23 milligrams per pound of body weight per day. For example, a 150-pound person should not exceed 3,400 milligrams daily in their intake. About 35 milligrams of aspartame is found in a sweetener packet, and 180 milligrams is usually found in a 12-ounce can of diet soda. However, brand-specific variations may exist. If you're concerned about aspartame, you might consider avoiding artificial sweeteners and excess sugar altogether to better protect your health. Your diet has a huge impact on the health of your brain. Memory and learning disabilities, as well as an increased risk of illnesses like Alzheimer's and dementia, can result from inflammatory eating patterns that are heavy in sugar, refined carbs, unhealthy fats, and processed foods. Furthermore, your brain may be harmed by certain of the ingredients in certain diets. The main lesson is that to maintain good brain function and general health, it is important to prioritize a diet rich in fresh, whole foods. As Dr. Williams said, you can grow your brain cells regardless of your age. That should be the goal. And that is all for today's video. Follow for more.